Là quand même?
Yeah, see what that pump up.
Thank you.
A proud descendant of the Merikin and a member of the Merikin Heritage Foundation. We are here today at the Merikin Market in Gayelle, celebrating the life of King David. King David was one of our great stick fighters, someone who would always come and support us, a keeper of the tradition. But he passed away on the 21st of June 2020. And this day and forever we continue to celebrate his life. We continue to celebrate those who are deemed the keepers of traditions, or those who would normally come out and teach the young people, the art of stick fighting or drumming. But today we know and we remember King David as a great stick fighter. And oh yes, we are celebrating with our Merikin family here. The Elliott and the Ayers and the Allens and the Coopers and the McNish and the McLeods.
The Jackson.
And all the Jacksons. Yes, the Young and all the Merikin families. So we are calling one and one to come out and celebrate with us. COVID, compliance in place. We all have our face masks and everything. But again, celebrating life, celebrating goodness, celebrating history, celebrating the tradition. And this is what it is all about. With fine foods, art, craft, music, drinks, Merikin happy drinks. And again, with the support from all our brothers and sisters from within the Merikin community. So again, I give thanks this day and I welcome all to come and support us. Even if you can't come down, pour a little bit of water on the ground for King David, do a little libation for the Merikin community, so we can continue to celebrate our greatness, celebrate why we are here in Trinidad, celebrate keepers of the tradition, but most of all, give thanks. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
How often do you have this event?
Well, again, we have events, celebrating our elders, celebrating Papa Nisa, celebrating our Merikin heroes, celebrating successful young people, within the Merikin community. So almost every 3 months, events are being held, whether it's at the Indian War Government School here, the old Indian War Government School ground where we are today, or by the lodge. Sometimes we use the lodge on the Indian Walk Road, or even at the homes of some of our Americans. So our next big event will be, celebrating our arrival. That will be the 20th of August. We will be down here again, having some time appeasing our ancestors and giving thanks. Ashe. Sixth generation Merikin, and I'm here today on what some may call Glorious Saturday, and it is a glorious Saturday indeed. We are here to venerate, pay homage to King David. I was never fortunate enough to meet King David in person, but I understand the importance of us being here. I understand the importance of these kinds of legacies. I understand the importance of making sure that these legacies are passed on to our young people. This is how we empower them. This is how we let them know that the only thing that they've been fed thus far in terms of the legacy of Africanness, of living in an African body, of African humanity, of African existence in post-colonial terms is that of slavery. And it's not true, you know what I mean? Slavery is part of it. But there are so many other things attached to the colonial experience that we survived, and the post-colonial experience and the neo-colonial experience that we continue to survive. That is very, very important. And venerating and now ancestor like King David is part of it. Making sure that his story is not forgotten. One day making sure that the Merikin history and the Merikin legacy makes its way into textbooks so that young people understand, this idea that our ancestors were slaves, yes, but happy slaves, which is a new rewriting of history that is happening that we need to correct. We need to let them know that there was much more to our ancestors than just being enslaved people, and I think that's a huge part of why we are here today. It's a huge part of the new existence
existence, or what we come to understand as a new existence of Africanness, which is that of creating joy. Creating joy is a huge, huge legacy that we need to inculcate into our young people. They need to understand that the only thing accessible to them, that the thing that we said that is most accessible to them, which is pain and death, that is a lie, perpetrated. So hence why I'm here today, you know, making sure that I'm a part of this, you know, coming to share energy and learn from the elders in our midst here today, people like Mama Gayelle. I'm still fortunate enough to have my mother with me, and so, you know, creating memories and creating joy in this space today, that's an important thing. That's the reason why I'm here.
What does Abigail Jackson do when she's not celebrating American history?
Abigail Jackson does a lot of things. I'm what we call a multidisciplinary artist, so to speak. 9 a.m. to 12 noon, Monday to Friday. You can find me on Star 947 HD as a radio announcer. But I'm also a film producer, a director, an actor, an acting coach, a dancer, choreographer. I was fortunate enough to be brought up in the dance fraternity under the amazing legacy that was Joyce Clifton.
Me too!
Hey, walking forward. So,
and your mommy.
There you go. I am what you would call about fourth generation. Hollis, you would be what? First. You was first generation, innit?
Not Merikin, eh?
No, Les Enfants.
Yeah, I was the first male dancer to join Les Enfants.
There you go. So, I was fortunate enough to come up under that. So, I understand legacy. I understand that I am fortunate to have had that self-awareness passed on to me by my mother, by people like you, Uncle Hollis, by Aquila, the entire Merikin fraternity being of the Ampian Bashana lineage. So, you know, it's a beautiful day, it's an important day, and I'm so glad that we get to be here to share it with you guys.
Could you send American love out to the world? Because people are looking on Facebook at you and the rest of your
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Don't make jokes. Sending love. That we continue to find and create moments of joy in the face of all those that would prefer us silence in perpetuity. That is what this is about. You know what I mean? This is the American legacy. We're going to make sure that our young people can access it, that it's no longer something that's kind of slightly ambiguous, that we're not quite sure, you know what I mean? Because we need something for our young people to hold on to, for our babies to hold on to, that sense of self-identity, that sense of traditional African spirituality and all these kind of things that we've been taught have been taboo for so long. These are some of the stereotypes that we're going to deconstruct. This is part of the work that we're doing now to add to the American legacy. We're planning to head to the UN in 2024 to seek indigenous status along with other maroon peoples of the Caribbean, and that's a huge undertaking. So all of this is part of the lead up to that. So yeah, that's my message pretty much from the American community. Find and create moments of joy with your family. Black love is revolutionary. Black family is revolutionary. Black business, black wealth is revolutionary. And don't let anybody make you out to be a monster for saying things like that and claiming that and affirming that and manifesting that in real time. Shame.
Okay, I want you to send Claire Gloria Sandy to represent Sando people.
Say again what I'm saying?
Africa, long before I was Africa.
this is Prayer Gloria Sandy, as you know me, representing Sando people up in Merikin country today with the Bar Association and the Merikin Foundation Association here at the marketplace, and they're celebrating King David, the bar, he was a bar king, war king. My ancestors lived up in this area, the Indian War. So I'm also happy to be celebrating my ancestors and my roots. Sando people, I'm wishing you guys a happy Easter from all of us here at countryside. Let's have fresh fruits and vegetables, food on sale, clothing on sale, local jewelry. So one love, good vibes only, Sando people. Peace out. Gloria, bless. Bye. Merikin and Merikin to the family.
Okay.
Yeah. The Merikin grandparents and our grandparents are first cousins. Yeah. That's a close cousins too. But we all from the earlier side. Yeah.
And Roslyn is on the Jackson side.
Roslyn is on the Jackson side, but still close too. Yeah. Now they put up the Americans' names on there. You see?
These flags?
Yeah,
You have to
On my father's side was the Indian grandson. On my mother's is Elliot. Was Samuel Elliot, one of the soldiers who came by the school, came and set up in Fort George, where I now live. So I am American on my mother's side and my father's side. So I am Auntie and Rashana Jackson. The first ones who started the journey to have the Elliots and the grandsons, all those who intermarry and intermarry. The Elliots, the Coopers, the Hamiltons, the McNish, and they goes on and on and on. And we are all proud Americans. I am obviously, as I said, proud to be American. So I now live at Fort George, where my great-great-great-grandmother, who I know, she lived there. My great-great-great-grandmother lived there. My great-grandmother, my grandmother, my great-grandfather on my mother's side also from there. My father was from Six Company. His parents were from Six Company. So I am American on both sides. I was born in San Fernando, but came to Indian Walk to live as a child. We lived here for some time and we went to San Fernando, and I am back here, back to my roots in Fort George. So we are here celebrating the Americans today, celebrating King David, one of the sick fighters who always supported us. He died I think a year ago, so we are celebrating him today. So it's a very grand affair. So for the Americans, you all must have heard about the Americans, the story about the Americans, the Americans, forgotten fighters from America who came to Trinidad in companies. So I am here now with the third company, one of the six companies which was formed when the Americans came to Trinidad. So third company was renamed Indian Walk. It was renamed Indian Walk because of the Indians, the American Indians that is, who came to Moruga and they traveled through Indian Walk on to Matilda, down to San Fernando to do their trading. So here was named after them, Indian Walk.
Are those the Indians that went to Anaparima and San Fernando?
Yes, those were the Indians who went to the Anaparima and San Fernando to do their trading. They went there, and from there they went down to King's Wharf as we know it now in San Fernando, where they took their transport, the boats, the canoes back to Venezuela.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're most welcome.
Korea.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. Greetings, brothers and sisters, and welcome to the Merikin Market Gayelle. The first Market Gayelle, the first Gayelle to be held at this space as we welcome the St. Mary's Gayelle, the St. Mary's Stick Fighters to join with us as we celebrate King David, as we celebrate the great tradition.
Sister Akila, address everybody. We'd like to get your support and your encouragement for this day. As we honor the brother, King David.
Hear them who gone? Oh, right. You could say something about that because I don't know Raymond and Roger. Alright? So, use Raymond.
Welcome everyone. Good evening. Good evening on this glorious Saturday evening. Good evening to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Merikin Market, the Merikin Farmers Market. Welcome all of you all here to celebrate King David, one of our fallen soldiers, shall I say? One of our fallen stick fighters. He was one of the greatest. He was one of our greatest stick fighters, so we are here today to honor him. So it's the first in many more celebrations we'll have in his honor. So in our midst we have stick fighters who fought with him, and they too are very happy to be here to celebrate with all of us of the Merikin Market. So welcome and enjoy what we have to offer this evening. Thank you.
Roger and Raymond.
In our midst we have Roger Samberry, who fought with King David, and Raymond, two of his colleagues who fought with him. So they are here to honor King David this evening at our celebration. Yes, Samberry's Merikin. We are all Merikins here today. So welcome another Merikin in the ring. So please sit back or stand up and enjoy what we have to offer. In our midst we have some drummers. Drummers, let me hear a drum roll from you all.
Go in!
So we have some drummers here to give us some vibes. Give us a roll again. Let's welcome the spirits here this evening. So enjoy what we have to offer this evening. To come to the front. Come, Damien. You can't be a stick fighter and be shy.
Yeah.
So let's start with a laugh wave from the guys.
Mama, your son in the grave already. Your son in the grave already. Mama, come on. Your son in the grave already. Your son in the grave already. Mama.
I'm living alone. I'm living alone in the jungle.
I'm living alone.
I'm living alone in the jungle. Sing it again.
Send a message on the ground. Send a message on the ground. Tell them King of Maruga come. Send a message. Send a message on the ground. Send a message on the ground. Tell them King of Maruga come. Send a message on the ground. Send a message. Send a message on the ground. Send a message. Send a message on the ground. Come on.
Look my easier one now.
All them women from far, far, far. Drum the drum. All them women from far, far, far. Drum the drum. All them women from far, far. Drum the drum. All them women from far, far, far. All them women from far, far. Drum the drum. All them women from far, far. Drum the drum. All them women from far, far, far. Drum the drum. All them women from far, far, far.
Drum the drum.
All them women from far, far, far.
Drum the drum.
All them women from far, far, far.
Drum the drum.
Say the lenka the boy, the lenka the coffin. Oh lado. The lenka the boy, the lenka the coffin. Oh lado. Say the lenka the boy, the lenka the coffin. Oh lado. The lenka the boy, the lenka the coffin. Oh lado. Say the lenka the boy, the lenka the coffin. Oh lado. Say the Lenka, the boy, the Lenka, the coffin. Say the Lenka, the boy, the Lenka, the coffin. Say the Lenka, the boy, the Lenka, the coffin. No, my boy beat it up.
Long time.
If you bring some boy, you could charge a boy. If you hit a boy, you could bring some boy. If you bring some boy, say I want
Want to drink, you can now drink one of them Yolo. Wait, drink there.
Man, tire man, I said tire man, tire man, I said tire man, tire man, I said tire man, don't say, I'm Benami.
That song that's 15 anyway,
Well, you know, because you came and
yeah, I remember.
Fight about the zone coming down. Fight about the zone coming down. Who could play Raymond? Let it come.
Fight about the zone. Fight about the zone coming down. 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 Fight about the zone coming down.
Your son in the grave already. Your son in the grave already. Set over and burn your belly.
Mama, your son in the grave already. Your son in the grave already. Set over and burn your belly. Mama, your son in the grave already. Your son in the grave already. Set over and burn your belly. Mama, on the drums. Bring them.
Mama, when you have dead bury me. When you have dead bury me. Payment, gold and silver.
Mama, when you hit that. Mama, which one? Come on, a hot man.
When I'm dead bury me gold. I don't want to sit away me gold. When I'm dead bury me gold. Bury me with shot and tie. Keep on my land from the men. Keep on my land in a place. Keep on my land from the men. Keep on my land from the men. Keep on my land from the men. One of them just put it from the men. Keep on my land from the men. Keep on my land from the men. King David dead. Tomorrow morning is a grand funeral. Who got buried with dead? Grand funeral. Oh Lord, tomorrow morning is a grand funeral. Finally come on dead. Yeah. Fais devant nous tout bien. Attends, je vais commencer les mains. Tu veux prendre YouTube?
Sure. Absolutely.
Ça va, on va pas y tomber.
I don't want your back.
You want my back? Oh, sorry, my bad.
Go so, rock so. Oh, go so. It's cool out there.
You catch me?
Yeah.
Alright, everybody. Everybody's hearing me?
Yeah.
On behalf of the entire Merikin community, and by extensions, the Maroons of the diaspora, because once the Americans activate, technically that is the Maroons of the diaspora activating. We want to say thank you so much, so much to our blessed, beautiful, brilliant, strong brothers who came here this evening. Lord, if you know how, we do not tell our men enough that they are blessed, that they are beautiful, that they are brilliant, and that they're strong. So we want to tell them thank you so much for coming and being a part of this glorious, glorious Saturday. Glorious for not the Christian reason, but glorious for our own reasons. Yes? We want to thank them so much. We want to continue to ask the ancestors to guide, guard, protect, and provide. Continue to walk with us. Continue to clear the path. Continue to remove obstacles. And continue to allow us to do this work that we've started doing. Because this is about creating legacy for our young people. We've lost too many of them. We have lost too many of them. And it is because they did not have this kind of energy to hold on to. So we want to make sure that we leave something for them to hold on to. So thank you, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Want to say something? If you want to say something, you don't have to. You don't have to.
On behalf of my cousin, I said, on behalf of my cousin King David, about 2 years this afternoon, on behalf of him. It was a very good one. And, okay. On behalf of my cousin King David, we have here good brother Roger, better Dogfoot, in the Python Arena, 2018 King. And I still inspire me to go forward. And I speak on my behalf. I already come out of stick fighting and trying to be like a ringmaster. But I still inspire me to come back in the arena. But it didn't really last too long. But God be with him wherever he lies. But anyway we're playing, he will be watching on us and giving us inspiration to go more deep into the game. And as from today, me and Roger, we're going back hard in the arena. Real hard. On behalf of your brother, King Clifton.
How old was he and how did he die?
I don't know. That kind of confidential.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yes, sir?
This is
good brother.
This is a good brother, yeah?
Yeah, good brother.
Delayed.
And, you know, I stand up for St. Mary's as the king for 2020, and he done with it. You know, he want promotion and thing. So when he see I taking all that strain in 2020, he say, dog, nah, I can't see you play all that stuff. And he come and stand up with me. Go on all about me, I roll about, nobody want to play with. Come back strong.
Disrespect me, Aaron.
And then after come and he die and things, so we come there to great King David. We appreciate him. And we just enjoying the little family day today. And this stick fighting in Merikin Road going back a long way. From our...
From your center, like from his father, my father, Drake's, Calvin Drake's, and also Bochite, and family. Yeah. We're looking to bring back stick fighting very strong now. Real strong.
This is not a game. We will say like the Washington community. This is a ancestral thing. Your father might play, generation might play, and then some little great grand will take it up and go say, where you get that from? But it's in your blood.
Generation.
It is an ancestral thing, and somebody's inherited. And one man is play, one man. And this game is not a sport we go walk into. This is from generation to generation.
Yeah. Before you finish, now about 3 years ago, this same gentleman on the next side of the camera, and the same gentleman, this gentleman on the next side of the camera, who is a player photographer, Mr. Hollis Clifton. He is most renowned in our country. And about 4 years ago, we did a program, and there was a suggestion, and we spoke about stick fighting. We spoke about stick fighting. And one of the things we were contemplating is having stick fighting as an actual item on the Olympic sports. In that, this is how you have all those
Go ahead.
Okay. Now we were thinking about this is how you have cricketers wear helmets, everybody. I was thinking about customizing helmets that we can actually use. So what do you think about that? Because for competitive reasons.
But I guess they're looking forward into that, eh? NTC looking forward into that. NTC looking deep into that, really.
This is not from right here, you know. I know we want to upgrade the level of the stick fighting, but this was said and this thing come from way back from the slavery days. That come from Africa, where they used to play that sport in Africa. Come here. So if you're bringing out this helmet and thing, that will be killing the lineage and the tradition of the sport.
You want to see blood?
Because I tell you, I get my 2 hands swell up. I go into work, I can't pour my street there. My wife had to pour my street there for me. I can't lace up my boots and nothing. And when the drum play, I walk in the ring, I play stick normal. And after, she had to keep off my sneakers. And when I go to work in the morning, she had to pour on my seat. So this game, I want a helmet and we want them.
I hear you.
I
hear you. It's a very serious. You can't do it here right now. But what I'm saying is this. We do not want people to suffer injury now. In that, if you have to, okay.
Well, the name of the game is you can't carry, don't play.
No, but at the end too. But cricket was one like that now.
That's not cricket.
You know what I'm saying? It's a martial art. I attend senior both games all over the world. And people, you don't want people to rush. The thing is, you can still, okay, we can't do it now. Maybe it's limited now for us to talk it now. I'm hoping. I talked with David, and David was very, very, very sensitive. And he was saying the fact that it was beyond the words. Why I was particularly happy that you were going to bring this thing, David. This man was mindful of taking this thing way beyond. I talked with him a few times, but he's there, he cannot discuss now. Yes, it's a sport that but the shedding of blood, we want a man, because this should be a premium martial arts in the world. But we have to do it. Maybe we can't that now, but I suggest on the show because we have limited time here. On the
but all martial arts shed blood though.
Yes, but yes.
And when you're dealing with a martial art that deals with ancestral energy, blood is essential.
Yes, but what I'm saying is this: we have to be mindful that people have suffered. I've had friends who were doctors and who told me that apart from boxers, right, they can't be boxing, but in martial arts, right, there are certain guards that they use. American footballers, right, all of them suffer concussions, and they are very seriously, they can't enjoy the luxury of their afterlife. What I'm simply saying is this: we cannot come to a conclusion here right now. Yes, back then they hadn't the garden, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, they hadn't the prescribed elements to facilitate people's safety. We have to consider the preservation of safety of people's lives. Because at the end of it all, I know my aunt, Pearl Fortu, was the only woman in position of beating men. I remember 50 years ago.
She can't beat me.
Right. But I'm saying,
we hear you. We understand where you're coming from. We do.
Hey,
but at the same time,
we know about it. Okay, what we can have the ancestral thing. But if we want to have something for the to facilitate for the Olympics and for perpetuation, we must ensure that while we must cause ourselves to inflict our people because of its ancestral thing, we can't over now, but we have to cut off now. But I was happy. It's a discussion I discussed with this King David, and he was very much happy. The same discussion we're talking here, and if you respect him,
I respect him, but probably my friend licks. So this game is licks. I mean, this game is licks.
I hope maybe one day.
From I came from my father, going back way, this game is licks. If you can't carry, don't play. Nobody is begging you to go there. You're paying to go there. Go there, you get bus, take care of bus.
For sport.
You understand?
For sport, you have to know.
Yeah, but this comes from Africa. You understand? And the ancestors we worship the sports. So if you can't carry, don't go there. Where you get your
understood.
Understood. People might say I may be crazy, but when I get my finger pong, right? When my finger bust,
I said Baba, right? I said Baba. And when I get my finger pong,
that's my motivation.
I like what you say. He has a passion for it.
I too.
Any man who wants to have a passion, no big thing. What I'm saying, if you want to take it to the next level, took it at some time, we knew people died. A few men died from cricket balls, and then they stopped. They say they must have helmets. American footballers, with a madman. Last year I heard on BBC.
Yeah, but this is a different category.
TV madman.
Yes. Before we wrap up, right? Just to bring it a little closer. Before we can aspire to want this thing to go into international sportsmanship, we need to establish it here. You understand? We need to make sure that we pass the legacy to our young people. And before we could pass the legacy, if we pass in the legacy to our young people, we need to pass it in its purest form, its ungentrified form. So let's do the business of dealing with it here first, before we do the business of dealing with wanting to spread it outside of Trinidad and Tobago. There are some things that we still need to keep to ourselves and sacred. Yeah? It's sacred.
Perfect. But listen, one more thing. But this is what has caused us from time immemorial.
Yes, thank you so much.
From time immemorial, we have been doing that. And it's about time we go on to the next level. Right? Amen.
This is the late brother, King David, and today we celebrate his passing, and he become one of our ancestors in St. Mary's as a stick fighter, and we happy. We know him, and we didn't know him, and you know, he will give you encouragement to go further.
And we're proud to you here this afternoon.
Hashi.
Hey, come on, take a picture here. Come. This is a very nice woman.
I was King David colleague worker. I was his supervisor on his work. And King David, he may have his arrogant behavior, but he was a sweetheart, he was a darling, he was a lover. And whenever he tells you something, he tells you something to uplift you, not to bring you down. So he's a man of upliftment. So today, I appreciate today to give him praise, to give that honor, to give that God, to celebrate his life. Because his life was a real life. He was full of fun. He was full of everything I think about with love. He was one of that.
Yes, ma'am.
But so far, it was so uncomfortable that he had us to leave us before. But God, we love him.
You love him.
We know the Father love him best. So with all these things, we still give praise and thanks. So we appreciate this day to give praise and thanks to King David.
Hail to which Gayelle he belong to?
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's Gayelle. On the floor. Hey. Sing a song you like, man. Sing a song you like.
The song you like was
With the drummers.
No man, I pray.
Oh, look your original Chantuel. This is your original
Not so fast. Your foot is plenty too, you know. I know them, you know. Let's start.
So this is a very small token of our appreciation that we came here today to do. Yeah, we really do appreciate it. And we thank you so very much, and we hope that the legacy of King David continues to live on. So thanks again.
That we bring finale.
We like the madman. Tire madman, tire madman.
Tire madman,
Tire madman.
tire madman, tire
Madman.
tire madman, tire tire madman, tire tire madman,
Nobody.
From the St. Mary's village. You see how she hold on to the photo of King David. Right now she is quite, you know, moved. Look at. Oh, they all celebrate, you know. Take time to celebrate King David and pay homage. And we give thanks for this moment. Yeah. Very emotional time for all of us. Celebrating the life. Yeah.
So we have, these are our 3 special guests. Our what? Our 3 special guests. Right? They are young aspirants in the political arena. Come please, come please. No, water, nobody have it there. Wait on there. Wait on it. Because they have been here for hours. It is very, I'm not a man short for words, but we represent the Merikin Heritage Foundation, and we have 3 guests, and it's like a relay. They have been here since morning.
You know, one came and then the others came. And what is happening? They are so entranced with making this country a better country that we are here. And the lady in the center, so it's sandwich. So I will allow her to please come and introduce yourself.
My name is Sharada Satra. I'm former PNM candidate for the Cuba North constituency.
My name is Shane Guru Singh. I am from St. Joseph. I represent the non-governmental organization Hillside Community.
Hi, good evening. I am Kadim Guram, board of director for NCRH, also from St. Joseph.
So I think that the lady did not do justice. In fact, she definitely. So I know you are involved in activities. You came here and what inspired you to want to appreciate our Merikin?
I'm somebody that supports culture, and I came down here this afternoon because Mr. Calendar, he's a good friend of mine. He works with my foundation, the Fortune Love Foundation, and we're all about supporting culture, supporting young people. So yeah, I came down here to see what the Merikins are about and to learn about history.
What's interesting, first time in life, I saw where within minutes of her coming here this morning, she caused two of her colleagues to come. So therefore, gentlemen on my left first, what you felt you have, what caused you to stay this long with us?
Well, actually, one of them is your passion.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Secondly, the knowledge. Knowledge is power, and some of the information, given to us here today, I'm leaving with a broad structure here this evening. Right? Before today, I didn't know anything about the Merikins. Nothing at all. So, I greatly appreciate, the information we got here today, and, well, we'll do some more research. And some more talk with you as well.
Sure, positive. But, my dear friend on your left, I think from what he told me, he had a very serious, not for me today, but today's what day?
Glorious Saturday.
Right. And you left all your planned activities. Look at I'm a sharp man kind of here. A good sharp man. Yeah. What caused you to just take my invitation and leave all your for this thing?
So we at St. Joseph, we believe in culture sharing, and through our recent endeavors, the Satram one of interest is to this particular program. We accepted the invitation because we are about learning and sharing our culture and knowledge. So as my friend rightly said, Mr. Guram said, we would be leaving with our learning curve increased exponentially. So we will now go back to the drawing board, see what we can take with us to our St. Joseph community and try to do a little historical digging, so to speak. So we could look, as you know, St. Joseph was the first capital of the country. So we're gonna look at the persons who have the knowledge of history and try to do something similar to what we would have done. So I think this is a good experience for us, and we will be sharing it.
But we will certainly keep you all in our skill bank. And my good friend on the other side of the camera, he's normally not seen and heard. And he's a gentleman who spent many years, how many years? 8 years in Africa?
Nigeria, couple, Botswana 9, England,
he studied in England. So
Montreal.
He's a guy, apart from just racing here, we go back dozens of years ago, And I had a passion for what he's doing there also. That is the photography, but I became a multitasking person. So he and the other photographer you see there, they are guys who have that love, passion,
We saw that.
Right?
Recommend.
So I would have you all highly our skill bank. And certainly, all the beautiful this man all over the night, does all those books and things, basics and other traffic contracts. He does all those technical areas of photo shooting. And I just call him not one call I give him any paid. So I do thank God for a man like Mr. Hollis. He's not normally good of.
no matter what he does, and I think it's not so nice to see that someone with his family, like this, come, and it's no funding or such. So I thank God for you all, and my brother Hollis, thank you again. Thank you so much. May God bless you all and the work you do. And you are our skill bank.
Thank you.
In the future. Thank you.
I'm still looking over.
Watch it, watch it, watch it. Make sure you get a beautiful picture there. Get that.
You know how long I want to shoot you?
He got it, what's that?
You know how long I want to shoot you?
Got you. He got me?
Got you.
Got you. Well, that's why you kept looking. I didn't realize he was behind me there. You know how long you want to get me behind? And he got it.
How long I want to get behind me?
Walk as a unique place. What is it?
He's just from a yard.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's nice to see organic seasoning.
I'll tell you what she does, she's a cook on the side. Everybody has a specialist. Yes, yes. This is happening. Divisional all you do, all the cocoa, what and the women, they live in the plan and the men want to cut. But the thing is this, what I want to say, when they brought us here in Trinidad, I want you all to know, you're not British. There was slavery in Trinidad. And I feel Governor Woodford felt that if he had kept us close to the where slavery was, now I was talking, now, you know what happened in Haiti, I mean, I know we are grown-ups.